Hi, my name is Dave Upthegrove, your state representative in Olympia. I'm proud to represent the 33rd Legislative District, which includes the west half of the city of Kent. The 2009 legislative session is already well underway, and we're here in my legislative office in Olympia, and I will be giving periodic updates here on Kent Public Access to keep you informed of what's happening here in Olympia. I have the pleasure of serving on the House Transportation Committee, which is going to be facing one very significant issue this year, and that is how to fund the replacement of the viaduct and what that replacement will look like. You may have heard about a proposal in the paper, and I want to tell you a little bit about it and about where I stand and get your ideas on how we should move forward. The governor has proposed that we replace the current viaduct with a tunnel under Seattle. It will be a bored tunnel up from the waterfront. The cost of that tunnel will be no more than the cost of rebuilding the original viaduct. That means the money the state has to put into this project is the same we would put in as if we were just rebuilding the viaduct. That's good news. It means we won't be on the hook to pay for something fancy for Seattle's waterfront. In addition to the tunnel, the plan calls for Seattle to make some improvements to their waterfront. Seattle will pay for these improvements, such as strengthening the seawall, improving the surface streets, maybe a park and a trolley. Those are all good things, and it's appropriate that Seattle's paying for them. It's also been reported that there's a proposal to raise the motor vehicle excise tax, that's your license plate fees, in order to pay for increased transit. I don't support that aspect of the proposal. The reason I don't support increasing the motor vehicle excise tax is simple, and it is this. We shouldn't have to pay higher taxes in South King County in order for the city of Seattle to fund their economic development and quality of life issues on their viaduct, especially when we have economic development and quality of life issues right here in Kent. In fact, this project can move forward without that tax increase. The state can pay for the tunnel, Seattle can pay for the waterfront, and our South King County taxpayers won't be stuck paying the bill. It's a great idea for one important reason also, that the throughput traffic is the same. This tunnel will allow just as many cars to go through as the current viaduct, so our commute times won't be increased. Also, a great aspect of this tunnel is that we'll be able to build it before we take down the viaduct. That means we won't have the 3 or 4 year disruption that these other proposals would have had. So I think it's a good idea. We're going to cap the state costs at the cost for rebuild, we're going to maintain the traffic through the corridor, and Seattle will pay for Seattle's improvements. I think it's a win-win all around, and after dithering for 7 years, we ought to move forward. I'd be interested in knowing what you think. You can reach me here in my legislative office at 360-786-7868, or don't hesitate to shoot me an email, and my email address will appear on the screen. I'm here to serve you and welcome your opinions and thoughts about the viaduct or any other issue facing the legislature.